Hello, good morning, my people. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? It is Saturday, and the time here is at least 9:30. I'm so blessed for waking up this morning, and I thank God, and I give glory to Him. Thank you. Just want to come back to my video that I recorded about diabetes type 1 in children, and this is the second part which I'm going to discuss. Please pay attention, listen to the end, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you have any suggestions, you have any other experience, I'm grateful for you to leave me a comment. Thank you. The second part, this is the second part of how to manage diabetes type 1. And as I said already in my first video, that type 1, basically, type 1 diabetes is hereditary. It's usually, from what the doctor said, is described as a genetic. It's possible that one of your generation or your parents had it. It's nothing to do with having children having too much chocolate or sweets or anything like that for your child to have diabetes type 1. So pay attention to it from the generation. So basically, as I said before, that having diabetes does not mean that your blood contains more and more sugar, because the insulin isn't there to move into the cells. Without sugar, the cells cannot make energy, so a child become tired and sick, and in turn you may become even more tired too. The sugar in your body also makes you feel thirsty and want you to go to the toilet a lot, and you might also feel hungry at times. You feel sick, or just not even very well. So for a child who has diabetes, or I think even in adults who have diabetes, you might have these feelings. So for my son, I have to pay attention. You can make diabetes type 1. There's no cure for it. And lots of researchers have done this, and it is not being found, and it will not go away. But what can be done is to replace the insulin, can help with the pancreas, so that it does not make you feel so unwell. That's what the purpose of the insulin, and I'm going to show you what those are. To do this, or living with type 1 diabetes, means you have to take insulin medicine every day, either by having a small injection or by using insulin pump. Your nurse will teach you as a parent and how to take your insulin. So hear me, my people. You have a child in Africa, in Jamaica, anywhere with the type 1 diabetes, pay attention to this. They may feel sick, they may feel tired, they may feel dehydrated, and there is no cure, but we know that only God can cure us with some of these sickness. So how you manage the diabetes is through insulin. For my son, he's been given, first you start off with testing the blood sugar. We thank God that there is now a lot of technologies that can also be used, but this is the machine that is used to do the testing. And it is, you put the, and this is the testing strip. This is the testing strip. The box is like this. That's the machine, and that's the testing strip. It's called glucose testing strip. And in many places, it comes like this, in this aqua checked, but there are different types. It doesn't necessarily mean this one only. You can get it. So this goes into this machine. It goes in there, and then you prick your fingers. Okay, and this is the machine that is used for pricking the machine. This machine has a needles already. It's different for adults, but for children there is a needle inside, and you prick like that, and then the blood comes in and is put in. Then it shows you the reading of how much your sugar is. Then in here it operates. When you press it, it goes up and down. It tells you whether your blood sugar is high or low. So it will give you a figure like maybe 5, 6, 7, like that. Then you add the number of the food that you're eating. You have to also calculate it to put it in. Okay? And then it'll give you how much sugar, how much carbohydrates you need to. But first, once a child is diagnosed as having diabetes, there are a lot of things you need to pay attention to. Obviously, as I said, a person may feel sick, may feel weak, may feel tired, and that normally happens more if the sugar is low or the sugar is high. You will see different behavior will change as well. So for insulin, for a child, they have, I know for adults with type 2, they can take tablets as well, but for children, they can only take insulin, they can't take tablets. So we first have this, or there's a different type as well with a pen, which is a disposable pen, but this is the one I use. It's called Nova Rapid. You can take it out and it comes in this form. It's like that. Okay, you just put it in and then you push this in, and then you obviously you have you have to put the needles in. This is the needle, this is what it looks like. You put it and you screw it in, and then it's ready. This is a fast reacting, it's called fast reacting, that's why it's called Nova Rapid, fast reacting insulin. And it will, if the sugar is high, it will also ensure that the sugar is reduced, it comes down. This is to be given 15 minutes before you give your child food. So you would have done your testing, get the sugar, put the cups. Let's say a child is eating banana. The banana would be roughly about 25 cups, and then you calculate. So it'll probably give you a certain unit you have to give to administer, and then you inject the child. So 15 minutes or 10 minutes before a child is given food. So this is called Nova Rapid. You can also come in a pen. You can search it, Google it, it comes in different form. And then that is for during the day. Then at night time, also there is this one. It's a disposable pen. It's called Lantus. That's what we've been using. It's called Lantus. See, lantus is spelled with Lantus, lantus. Okay, that is for the night. This is very slow release. Again, this one, you have your needle. I'll demonstrate it. The needle is already inside. You can see. You screw it in like that. Take it out and see. And then you test it to make sure that the drips is coming on. You see that the insulin is coming. Always test it on 2. You see. See? It's dripping. Can you see it? It's there. So that means the sugar is on. Okay? Before you give the injection. The units depends on how you've been instructed by your nurse. Okay? So that is long lasting and it's very slow release. You can inject between 8 to 9 before a child goes to bed, and these slow releases, it protects the child until morning. For adults probably might be different, but at least for the child, because my son has diabetes, as I said, it will take, or it can last up to morning. Okay. So that's the only method or the only treatment for diabetes type 1 at the moment. And obviously there's a lot of new development of how to manage the diabetes. At the moment, there is also freestyle libre, and also there's a pump, as I'm told. This one is a sensor that this is plugged into the shoulder, and then this has a needle inside, is plugged in. So this actually it makes a noise. This is connected already to this. So if the sugar is high, it bleeps and it tells you that the sugar is low, the sugar is high. So when the sugar is approaching low, it will bleep. If the sugar is going high, above the threshold of what is set, it will also bleep. So it's the same as this one, but this one is got more more connected with the sensor. Okay. The other treatment is not a treatment, is like a checking method. When I talked about diabetes type 1, there is something also called ketonics. Please go and check it. The ketone testing. When your ketones is high, our normal ketone is not 0.2, not 0.1. If your ketone is gone up 1.6, 1.5, 1.6, above that, that means it's high. And for somebody who is diabetic or hypoglycemic, if your ketones is high, it can be dangerous, very, very dangerous. It means that the blood can become poisonous. So you are also advised to check the ketone as well as you check the blood sugar on a regular basis, daily. Morning, I checked morning around about 7, then I checked around 10, then 12, and then 2, then 4, and then 6. Then so you should test on frequently, at least every 2 to 3 hours is recommended. So the ketone is not often tested as such, but it's recommended when a child is sick, has flu, to test it frequently, because the ketone tend to go up so quickly, because it means the body is not have enough energy to function as quickly. So the ketone may drop or may go high, and then the blood can become ketonic, or meaning the blood can become poisonous. So ketone is very, very, very important. This is what it looks like. It looks like this. So this is purely for testing the ketone, the blood. The ketones box, you can see, is like that. Okay, so that is the treatment. The title for this video is the treatment for diabetes type 1. And as I said, there is no cure. Only God can cure you, a child, for diabetes type 1. But it's only about management. And the main means of management is through insulin and dieting control. My next video will be about the food that you should, or the child should be eating to control the diabetes type 1. And also I will touch base on exercising as well. But for now, as I said, I will end my video here with this, that this injection, and like the one you may get at school or from the hospital, you must know, is a special pen, has a teeny needles that you can hardly see for children. You can use this pen to do the injections. I've already shown you this for pricking and all, different types of insulin. So it's very different. It's not the same needles like the one you get from school. So it's very important also that everywhere your child goes, he carries the insulin with them. My son goes with his insulin to school. He has a nurse in school that checked his blood sugar at 10, then also at 12. I thank God for Britain. I thank God that at least he has a nurse in the school. I don't know other countries how they would manage it. He's still young. Of course, he can manage it himself, but he was diagnosed when he was 7, as I said. So it's not easy to manage it. So it's important that the insulin is also injected in the right place. I didn't tell you about that. So the injections usually will be on the legs, on the tummy, and on the buttocks or the thighs. So it's so important, because if you could inject the wrong place. So you have to make sure that the injection is on the leg, on the tummy, on the buttocks, or on the thigh. You get that? When you're injecting your child, make sure it's on the leg, the back of the thigh, where there's meat, always on the tummy and the buttocks and on the thighs. So I don't know much about the pump. I know that there is a pump. Lots of people have started using it. I will do my research on it before I can give you that information. But it's better to get a clear information before I give you anything else. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video, for listening to me, and please like, subscribe, and share this video with family, parents, everywhere, and leave a comment. Support me by giving me a thumbs up, liking it, and leaving a comment. If you have any ideas, please. Okay, thank you so much. Love you. Have a brilliant weekend. Have a brilliant Saturday. Love you. Okay.